Before we get started, I just want to apologise for the absence in videos. The weekend after the Miles Morales video came out, I went to see my girlfriend Lucy, and then when I came back the Sunday night of that weekend, I kind of got ill. And then the week after that, which was last week, my motivation and drive just kind of went, but I'm back now, so let's get cracking. Hello there, people of the universe. My name is MichSciFi. And my voice sounds weird. I don't know if it's because my throat is a bit not warmed up or if it's because I've not done an intro in nearly 2 weeks. Either way, welcome back to another, not movie review, but a review. Specifically, my first TV show review, and that is 2023's Ahsoka. Potentially the best thing Disney Plus has made with the Star Wars IP since they fucking bought it. And I'm just going to get that fact out of the way straight away. Yes, this is the best thing Disney has done with Star Wars since they bought the IP. I'm not kidding. This show is absolutely phenomenal. There has been some good things with Disney Star Wars, like The Mandalorian. Andor, I haven't watched, but I have heard very good things about it. And the reason why I haven't watched it, I'll be straight up honest with you guys, it doesn't have lightsabers and Jedi, which I know that's not all Star Wars is. But that is kind of what I love about Star Wars the most. So it didn't grab me. But I have heard it was amazing and that it was fantastic. Carrying on with Disney Star Wars, Kenobi, that was alright. It had its moments. Everything Ewan McGregor and Hayden did in that show, they were perfect in every single way. The problems with Kenobi were never them. They were perfect. And Book of Boba Fett, I haven't watched because I heard mixed things about that. But I did hear it did have some good things. And of course, we don't need to go into the sequel trilogy, which is mostly just a pile of crap. But moving away from the negatives, let's move on to the positives with Ahsoka. Like I said, this is the best thing Disney has made with the Star Wars IP. And a lot of that goes to the mastermind, and a lot of that credit goes to the mastermind that is Dave Filoni. The mastermind behind not only Star Wars Rebels, but Star Wars The Clone Wars. One of the best cartoons, one of the best pieces of Star Wars media ever. If you've never watched Star Wars The Clone Wars or Star Wars Rebels, then I seriously implore you to. So, getting into Ahsoka completely, we're kind of segueing with other things, but it was worth mentioning those. With Ahsoka, Rosario Dawson, straight away, she is phenomenal. When she was cast, I was very much on the fence, just because for me, Ahsoka is Ashley, the person who voices her in the Clone Wars and Rebels. When I think of Ahsoka, I think of Ashley's voice, and it was very... I remember thinking, can I get past that? Yes. Yes, I can, and yes, I did. She is as much Ahsoka as Ashley is, and she's amazing. She really does embody this character perfectly, and I truly love her portrayal. When I watch her, I can see... I can't hear Clone Wars Ahsoka, obviously, but I do see that character. Excuse me. And as well as that, the cast of Ahsoka are all brilliant, but I cannot and will not go a second long without talking about Ray Stevenson, rest in peace, who plays Baylan Skoll. He is not only a phenomenal actor, but he is one of the best characters, one of the best villains, if you could call him a villain, that they've added to Star Wars in a very long time. He was a force to be reckoned with. He was an imposing threat, and at times he was someone that you could get behind. You could totally understand where he was coming from. Whereas with Kylo Ren, you just wanted to get behind him and slap him. With Baylan, you can get what he's on about, and he's just fucking brilliant. And then as well, Ivana I don't know how to pronounce that. The lady who plays Shin Hati, she as well. Not only is she gorgeous, but she's brilliant as well. The intimidating vibe she gives off, especially in episode 1. I hope we see more of her character moving forward, because I want to know more about her. Because while she's not a Jedi or a Sith, because her and Baylan, they're not technically Sith. They're more, I wouldn't even say dark side users. They're more just Force users that aren't the nicest. And then as well, all the other cast members, Natasha who plays Sabine, Mary who plays Hera, Oh my god, dad ass. I'm kidding. They're both brilliant. I love the authority and the confidence that oozes off of both General Syndulla, but also Sabine. She's brilliant. Like I said, I never watched Rebels, but I watched enough of it to get a vibe for these characters. And watching Ahsoka and seeing their live-action counterparts, they definitely felt like the same characters. It's the same with Rosario's and how she plays Ahsoka. And then as well, I can't believe I've gone this far without ranting about him. David Tennant, I love that he's in Star Wars. He is brilliant. Everything Hu Yang says, while at times he's a bit of a dick, in general, he is such a good character. He's so fucking good. Everyone in this show is brilliant. This was my introduction to Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I remember thinking, why is he such a threat? He's just a big blue dude. And I get it now. I do. There's something about him and how much of a big brain he is that the actor as well, because the person who plays him also voiced him in Rebels. He's also in Sherlock Season 3, and he was a creepy motherfucker. And the same here in Ahsoka. The actor is just meant to play nasty bastards. I'm sure the actor's lovely in person, but the way he oozes evil and evil confidence, he's amazing. He really is. He's absolutely fantastic, and I am very excited to see where they take his story in either a Season 2 or eventually the Heir to the Empire film that is going to be Dave Filoni's culmination of Mandalorian, Book of Boba, Ahsoka, and everything else. I don't know if it is. There are rumours it's going to be called Heir to the Empire, which is the book or comic that is about Thrawn's return. There are rumours that it's going to be called Heir to the Empire, but nothing's been confirmed, I think. Right, moving into spoiler territory. It's a bit difficult with this because the chances are everything I'm about to say in spoilers, even if you haven't seen the show, you will have seen on Twitter, either on mine, sorry Kane, or just on social media in general. So I will still put a timestamp if you want to avoid it. But yeah. Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker in this show. Oh my sweet Christ. Everything about every scene Hayden was in as Anakin was the greatest. The cliffhanger when he showed up at the end of episode 4, I started crying. I really did. I can't explain why, but in that moment of seeing his smiling face, seeing those robes, that hair, the fact that, in my opinion, CGI or not, he still looks amazing for his age. If you put Ahsoka next to Revenge of the Sith and said, guess how many years is between these two, you would not say as many as it is. You'd say maybe 5, 7 max. I think the reason, going back to what I was saying, the reason why I think I cried is because when I saw him, you know that Ratatouille meme where the guy is sent back to his childhood? It was the same for me because the two memories I've got of Star Wars in the cinema is going to see The Force Awakens and Revenge of the Sith with my dad and brothers Joseph and Christopher. Like, it was us four both times. And going to Revenge of the Sith, which is what it took me back to, I just felt like I was sat there watching the opening of Revenge of the Sith, that space battle, seeing Hayden and Ewan. I felt like I was there again, and it moved me so much. And not just because of that, Anakin and Hayden's portrayal means so much to me. I was one of those people that I'm not just now liking Hayden. I'm not just now liking Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I always like Andrew Garfield's always been my favourite Spider-Man. Affleck will always be my favourite Batman. And Hayden, I always loved him as Anakin, and I always loved the prequels because that is my Star Wars. I grew up with the prequels. My first Star Wars cinema experience was Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, the dialogue's a bit hokey. Some of the moments aren't very good. But for me, I don't care. That is my Star Wars, and getting to see more of that in Hayden and Ahsoka, and seeing him do the twirl with the lightsaber, all of it was amazing. And then the Clone Wars flashbacks, seeing him in the armor, seeing Captain Rex in fucking live action, I lost my proverbial shit. I don't think that word works there. But I lost my literal shit. I enjoyed that episode so much that straight after it finished, I went on Etsy and I bought this. I spent more money than you'd want to know on a lightsaber, on Anakin's lightsaber, because of how much I enjoyed the episode. I remember I got my Obi-Wan Kenobi saber while watching Ahsoka. And then while watching Ahsoka episode 5, by the end of it, I remember thinking, I'm going to do it, aren't I? And I did. My favourite thing about Hayden's appearance in Ahsoka is it didn't feel like nostalgia. It didn't feel like it was milking it. The show on its own was brilliant. I did not watch this show because of Hayden Christensen and Anakin. I watched it because I love Ahsoka. The show from start to finish is brilliant. There are some down moments, of course, like there always are going to be in TV shows. So with all that in mind, I'm going to give the Ahsoka TV show 4.5 stars. I can't pinpoint why I'm not going to say 5, but this show was brilliant. Not just for lovers of Clone Wars and Rebels. Like, if you've never watched either of those, trust me, you will still be able to follow this show brilliantly. All of the actors do a phenomenal job of not only bringing these characters to live action, but as well putting their own stamp on the characters that doesn't erase what the voice actors did, but it definitely helps carry that character forward. Like with Ahsoka, Rosario is now carrying the baton alongside Ashley, and they're running together. It's the same with everyone in this show, and it's brilliant. It really is. So, with all that in mind, that was a bit of a longer review than normal, but there was a lot more to talk about than just a standard 1 hour, 2 hour film. What did you guys think of Ahsoka? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Do you agree with me when I say that it is one of the best thing, if not the best thing, Disney has made with the Star Wars IP? If you didn't like it, let me know why, providing all your comments and discussions are respectful. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, be kind, be good to one another, and I'll see you soon. May the Force be with you.
I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping. I'm a living legend.